Okay, y'all. I am going to start working. I have this gargantuous corner to corner, join as you go blanket. And I squared off actually, so I have to make some more. It's probably wide enough, but so I need to make another square on top of it. And there are many ways to do it, whichever way you want to start out or whatever. I don't know. Am I going to start at this corner, that corner? I think I'm going to start at this corner right here. Right up here. I'm just going to join, make me a little slip knot, and join it. And hopefully...
Before you do that, you mind telling us where you were Tuesday night? I was at home working on the press campaign for the audit of the Hudson River Small.
It'll be all right. So now on this very first one, the rest of the stitches, it won't matter, but on this very first one is where you have to chain your 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you go back to the 4th chain. You can go the back bump, or you can just go on the top bunch, or however you prefer. You make 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. Now, which is a total of 4, because that first chain thing there. Then you go to this next thing on your piece where you had your chain 3, and you just slip stitch. And here's how I do it. I don't do slip stitch up the side because I think it looks weird. And then you chain 3 and go to that next. You skip this one and you go to the next one. Then you chain 3 and you turn. And then you go back into that chain 3 here that you just made. So you got 1, 2, and 3. Again, it's making your 4 double crochets. And you go out here and you pick up that and slip stitch and go 1, 2, 3. Make 3 more double crochets in that. Built to tackle tough jobs and everyday demands with confidence. It's the truck that takes on every challenge. Now, I don't like how that it's kind of bent over. I'm going to rip it out and start over on that part because we can also do it this other way where I join it here. I'll try that, see how that works. I'm not sure if it'll stack up where I want it to or not, but we're going to try it. I just don't like that. And so I'm going to go right here. Instead of in between anything, I'm going to go right into that stitch and join. Then I'm going to chain up my 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to go into the 4th chain, double crochet, and then the 5th chain and double crochet, and the last one, making a total of 4 double crochets if you count that first chain 3. Not get too tight to get into there. Okay. Now that one's going to be kind of funny at first, I think. So then you do the same thing as I did on the other one when I tried to show there. You're going to go in between here and slip stitch. Okay, and then you're going to chain 3, slip stitch into that next space, chain 3, and you're going to turn.
I've been through this circus before, and Julie disappeared. That's where you learned to lie? Yeah, that's what I mean. You just twist everything. I can't. You don't have to get everything. I'm okay.
And you're going to put 3 double crochets, which will wind up being 4 with that chain 3. Then you're going to go up here to your chain 3. You got to make sure it's facing the right way. And you're going to slip stitch and chain 3. And then double crochet another 3. Now, some people will do just the slip stitch and chain 3. Others will chain 2. Others will do like a double. I don't remember. I saw someone do it some way, a different way. I can't remember right now. If I think of it, I'll say something. So now we're going to chain our 6 again.
And that's according to you. It's what happened. They have a record of her getting on the plane.
I think it is a single crochet instead of slip stitch, and then chain 1 or 2. I'm not sure. So we got 2, and we got 3. And then again, we have to make this go and clear up, so we're going to turn. And I know when your blanket gets as big as this one, it gets to be kind of difficult sometimes. So you chain it. See, you got 3 lines there. So you're going to go up 3 and in there. You're going to double crochet 3. And it's great to check and make sure because I miscount a lot. Then you're going to slip stitch, chain 3, 3 double crochets, and then again, because you got to get that going this way. And you know, I know some people do it different. So, and I think if I'd have went the other way, these pegs would have been facing the other way. So, you know, that would have been the reason for me to start up here. And I got a lot of them on here that aren't doing that. But I'm going to rip it out, of course. So it don't really matter if you're real picky that it does that. But I think I got them all straightened out where they're going the opposite directions now on other, but I got some on the inside where I didn't know to do that. So again, we're going to try this again. So I'm going to put a slip knot and let's see if it'll work this time. I don't know. This yarn here in my bowl here seems awful thin. Okay, so instead of going to like this side where it messed up and it didn't, you know, make it look like it was straight along that side, I'll do like I did on that other side. I'm going to go straight into that stitch right there. And this is going to be the hard part, just trying to get it aimed into the actual stitch. It's always going to want to go to the space area. Okay. Okay. And so now I'm going to chain in my 6 again.
Yes. I heard about it through the grapevine. I left her a message to warn her.
And then double crochet in the 4th chain. And the next chain.
Could be a coincidence. Yes, I'm still here. Okay. No, I'm not hanging up. Computer company from hell. I've been on hold a half an hour.
And so it, you know, goes out there like that. So you got to remember, then that's why you got to slip stitch it to that next one, and then see how these are. These ones are going up and down that way, and these ones are going the other way. So it, I mean, I've seen them done both ways. So, and then you're going to chain 3 more. And you're going to single crochet or slip stitch
You don't want me to come
Like I
back.
said, some people do that
Taylor said you
single
could
crochet and then chain 2. But so I slip stitched and I chained 3
Let me guess.
and
He has a bad back from the skiing accident.
3 double crochets in that chain 3.
One more guess. Demerol. It doesn't say. It's Medill in forensics.
They found one pubic hair that didn't belong to her.
There's no
Man, I hope you don't hear my watching Law and Order in the background. If I was closer to my
2 drops of similar fluid on the top sheet. Very small.
phone or remote, I could turn that sound down.
Enough for DNA sample. There's also a drop on the carpeting next to the bed.
Drop here, drop
Okay, so
there.
there's 1, 2.
Trying to clean up after himself?
Now there's spermicide in the fluid. More likely used a condom than.
So you make 3 of them. I know. I'm going to scoose over there and
Still a jam.
put that on mute because you don't need to hear all that. Like I said, this thing is huge. Like really, really huge. I don't know how many squares it's got on it right now, but it's so huge it wants to knock over the camera too. So where were we? Okay. And so we made the 4 in there. Now we're going to slip stitch to that chain 3 in that first square, major block, chain 3, and go back in there. You should have 3 stacked now. So see, that's on the side. Well, actually just 2. And see, that'll line up a lot better. And we'll be telling that. We'll be tucking that tail in later. Make sure you're going to be able to see the actual stitches here. I'm sitting in a weird office chair at a card table, and I'd much rather do it in the recliner, but I can't ever get the camera at all. Just pick them up. So now we're going to chain 6 again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And just think about, because well, on this one, once you put those 3 double crochets in there, you're thinking, oh, well, I don't have no place to slip stitch. Well, that's when you know that you have to do, you'll have to do your chain 6 instead. See, because over here, we did our little block thing. We slip stitch and then we chained 3. Then we changed 3 and came out and went back. Well, same thing pretty much here. We put it to here, we chained 3, we built that thing, but we didn't have anything else to hook it to. So we know we have to chain our 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you'll go back into the 4th one. I always mess this up by going into the 3rd. So 1, 2, and that's why I ripped out Holga, because that's what I did. I had one too many stitches, I thought, but it was because I went into the wrong chain. So here it's just kind of flapping there like all those corner to corners, and you don't know which way to go. So what are you going to do? You're going to go right here, that chain 3, and you're going to slip stitch and see, oops. Go into that slip stitch. And now you're at the start of your 3rd row. And you'll paste it down there. So we're going to chain 3. And we're going to double crochet 3 times. And then we're going to slip stitch to here. See, we're on the way down. So we're going to have to 1, 2, 3. We got to build one here. So 1, 2, and 3. And then again, we're going to slip stitch. So we built that one there. Okay, it's 3 on each side. So now we're going to go up to start our 4th row. So 1, 2, 3, and slip stitch. So we have a place to 1, 2, 3, and turn. And I did these 6 rows, or 6 by 6. Somebody said you should do always odd, or I don't even know. I think you can do whatever you want as long as you stop decreasing or increasing on the side when you've gotten enough blocks, no matter how many you've done. So we did our 3 double crocheted plus the chain 3, slip stitch, and then we chain 3, and then we double crochet 3 more in here, chain 3 makes the 4th, then we slip stitch to there, chain 3. Yeah, you'll be doing more of those on your rows as your row gets bigger. So there's 3, make 4 double crochets with 3. Then we're going to slip stitch to this one, and we're still going to chain our 3 and make that first block before we build another one. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So I still got to build. So I'm going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go to the 4th chain, and then double crochet in the 4th chain, and then you go to the next 2 and double crochet. And then you got that floppy one there that's sinking. And once you get this edge one on, then the rest of them, you don't have that until you get to the very last square, I think. But if you've done corner to corner, you know, boy, that the first square is always makes you wonder because you don't understand which way to turn that floppy thing and which way you're going sometimes. It was a hard comprehension for me when I was trying to do it. So there you got to slip to this. 1, 3. And some people slip stitch across instead of do the chain 3, but there are places where you really need the chain 3, like here, like this. So I don't know what they do it for, but they don't want all those extra loops, I guess. But I think if you want to put something all the way around a border or something, those chain 3 might be a little helpful to do that. I'm not sure. I've never put a border on anything. No, I take that back. There was one thing I put a border on because it was kind of a cool border and I wanted to see. It was very time consuming because it was kind of a linky one. It was weird. I don't even know what it was. It was like 15 years ago or so. And I don't know. I wished sometimes things were a little more straight because I don't do that, but then you chain 3. Now, looky here. We're not going to go up no more. After this one, see, we're not going to go up anymore because we've gotten up this far and we only have 5. So we're still going to have to build one more here. So because we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that'll be 6. So we'll have to build one more there and then start closing it off. But we're still going to chain 3 and turn to make that final 6 box for our 6 by 6 corner to corner. And some people make corner to corners where they change colors and stuff a lot to do some patterning thing in it, and they got cool graphs that they can do to. I am not that proficient to do those kind of things. I prefer something simple. I made a teddy bear granny square once following a tutorial, and there is no way on God's green earth I would make that many to make a granny square blanket out of it. It was very beautiful, but it was just really tedious. I even made the Sophies Universe Afghan. Oh, took me forever, and I didn't think it out because I was just going to see if I could do it kind of thing. So I did it with all scrap yarn. So it didn't really match, and it was just kind of, I gave it to my daughter and she loved it. So if you're going to take on if I ever take on a practice project again, I definitely am just going to go ahead and get the yarn that I would like to do it in, because after making that, as long as it took, and I mean, it's a very good tutorial by somebody on YouTube. I don't even know who it was. Deidre, I think, maybe. I'm not sure. But I might try to link it in the replay. But it just was too much work. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, that's 5. So once we slip there, we got to chain our 3 and go ahead in our double crochet. All the way across. Now, like we got our 6. And this is where some people go and they slip stitch back. They turn it and slip stitch back, but not me. I go ahead and chain 3, slip stitch like I would have if I was going to make it bigger or whatever. Chain my 3 and then just start going back, and that's with a regular corner to corner. When people make just one big corner to corner, some of them do the same thing. They'll, slip stitch it instead of, and I don't know. I don't like the way it looks, especially if the color's going to be different than the color that was in there. And it just looks tacky. Same with Tunisian crochet sometimes, It's, you got to, and I'm just not about, I got to find a different way so it doesn't look, I don't know what it is, because my blankets are all crap. I shouldn't really care about that too much, but there's some things that bother me and some that don't. I don't really care if the squares match, but don't give me a solid square of something and then have a yellow square and then make me have blue that's going to slip stitch across. That's just not going to work for me. See, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we got our 6 that way, and then we know we got our 6 that way because it's as long as the other one. Now we're just going to continue to decrease it off. So we're going to double crochet 3 or more in the chain 3. So then, see, and it's perfectly the opposite directions with the posts. And we're going to chain 3 again. We're going to do the same thing here. And then this is the last one. And again, just like on that side where, oops, I don't want to build no more. I mean, you could, honestly, if you wanted to. Quit building on that way, and you could just make one big long strip. I have a log cabin one that I'm doing that way. But I kind of like making just little squares at a time. So you're going to go up 1, 2, 3, but we're not going over there. We're not building here. We're flipping it back over. This is how it's decreasing. Going back over to that. Chain 3 and slip stitching, chain 3 and double crochet 3 times in there. And now it's off to the races because we're about done. We just got to get the square closed up. Oops. Over here, you don't want to build up. You just want to chain 3 more. Turn back. Oops. Sorry, I didn't realize that was out of frame. And chain 3. You see, you want that side to stay stretched. You're going to go back over here. You just keep flipping it back and forth to the back and the front after you get that side creased as far as you want. And you hook there. See, all we got there. And see if you're freaking out because this side doesn't necessarily have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it will because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. See, and then that will be the 6th up there. So we're going to chain our 3, 1, 2, 3, and honestly, if you know how to do a corner torn, you know how to do the decrease part. I was just mainly wanting to show you how to join it. And then you switch to here, and then, you know, you could bind off there, but I go ahead and just keep it uniform. So there's a 3 there in case I want to, a 3 chain 3, in case I want to use it to, you know, make something connect to it. And there you are, voila. And like I said, I don't know where my scissors are right now. Back up there. This is a very big, huge blanket. It was really pulling on it. And so on the next time, you'll just join here in the middle, but you'll go that way with your chain 3 and then turn it and do double crochet. So you'll start here, chain 3, double there, chain 3, and turn it, come back and work on that. Okay, I'm going to end the stream if I can. Not real sure where my mouse went. Questions? I hope I put it where you could ask questions straight to me.